Okay, checking audio. One, two, three. Sounds okay to me. I guess we can get started. Sorry about the late start today. That's going to be a rough stream today. So let's get our beverage of choice ready. And get rolling. Let's see here. All right. Over here in our journal, we're refactoring anywhere that I see an std container, like a list or a vector or something like that. It makes me think maybe I was being lazy there and I need to rethink. That has turned out to be quite true around my data warehouse classes. We went through the fonts yesterday, and now there's no container in the font warehouse class at all. It's just an array. And instead of looking up fonts by name, we instead create an enumeration when we embed that binary data. And now you just summon your font by enumeration value, which means it's a straight up index lookup, no hashing, none of that. So that was a major improvement. I quite like it. So we're going to go through these other binary data files that we embedded and do the same thing. We're going to go through each one, remove the container, and embed an enumeration for each one. So let's get started. Last night I had a migraine, so I am still feeling a little out of it. So I'm expecting a pretty unfocused stream. Then at 3 o'clock I have to go help a friend, so I'll be popping off about that time. Then I have a meeting at 6, so I will be. I can't run late. I have to end the stream at 5, so that I have time to 3-hole punch and read through all the documents I gotta get through. So yeah, interrupted, late. Sorry. This will be a poor quality stream, but this is fairly not mindless work, but it's not interesting, so I guess it works out okay for today. Sound, I think, isn't too bad, so we can just get started. So here we are. This now needs to accept the list of files, if I remember right. Oh, no. Which comes in here. Okay. And what we've changed in the other, let's open up common. Basically, this thing. Hopefully that's a good enough run through of that. Let's see, we can leave that. It doesn't change anything. Oh, wait. So So over here, we're writing this header. These are not going to be indexes anymore. They will be assets. We don't actually need size mode in this class. Okay. We need that. We do not need this unordered map anymore. I think that's most of the header changes for sound. This one, though. You can make this easier on myself here. Look at this S. Asset. Asset. Okay, part one. Now instead of this, we can actually steal this out of common here. So this became a common pattern where we do that. Get the index, straight up, easy peasy. Get index. Get index is the one that changed here as well. Let's see, get index. Now looks like this instead of that. That thing goes away. And nothing else should make a difference here. Just have a bit of cleanup while we're in here. Okay, how close do you think we came? Hey, Pat, what's up? Oh, feeling off today. Feeling off today. Gonna be interrupted at 3 o'clock. Off to a late start. Had a migraine last night. Still feeling off, but we're going through some pretty refactory type of tasks today, so I shouldn't have to think too hard. Hopefully. How are you doing? Oh, I see what I did there. Except, if I remember right, actually walking through. It needs to be this. So it's a little crazy with my copy paste. No, that is correct. Okay, the header. Let's walk through each sound definition. We're looking for file. I think that's it. Everything else I think doesn't matter. Okay. Refactored the programming language a bit. Now I can declare functions as types like int age equals rand or something along those lines. Okay, cool. Can only wrap it in prints. Yeah, early language design, that often happens. Wait, about to make a pan of pizza. Nice. Sounds good to me. Didn't yet implement character data types yet. Strings, and I probably should implement character. Yeah, it's one of the things about Python. If I cared about Python's performance, I would be sad that a single character is always a string. But it's Python, so when I use it, I know that performance is not my key most important thing. Fusion. Sound definition. Oh, it is using std string. Of course it is. That makes me a little sad, but this is not performance code, so. I like it when the concept I'm trying to code matches the constructs in the language I'm using. So if I'm trying to talk about a string, or I want to talk about a string. If I'm talking about a character, I want to talk about a character. Those are not the same thing. That's shocking. Okay. CD into tools bin dot slash embed WAVs. And there's no way this is going to work the first time out of the bag, right? Sound warehouse. Let's see. Oh, yep. We already have an issue. Here. Since we were counting by twos before, we had to do that skip, but we instead need to put a comma here, not here. So before we were counting by twos, we are not anymore. We got better. Bed the waves. Sound warehouse. That's better. Okay, these are all taking assets. And getting the key does that. is a big file. They are right. All looks okay. Get key. Give me the asset. Fine. Oh no. So close. This is an issue. It's returning an asset. I think that's it. That actually may have just been the quickest thing we've ever done. Still, that's pretty cool if you can get your AI generated programming language. That's a very interesting project. Parser lecture files too massive. What are you using for your parsing and lexing? It's Lex and Yak and Flex and Python. There's LLVM provides some tools, I believe, on that front. Hand jamming. Lots of options. What is it? Ant or something? I've seen some weird things. The AI wrote all the classes by hand. Okay, okay. Interesting. Let's see. For each file, get the S. Find the end string. Oh. Why do I want file? I think I want the key. Is that what I called it? I don't want file, I want key. This one. Oh, target equals. That's better. It's currently 10,000 lines of code. I wrote a Python script that splits the files into one text separated with hyphens, file name, and then created another Python script to get the files from the text file with that structure. Okay. Solely for AI use. Yep. I thought about using third-party libraries for lexicon parsing and interpreting. Yeah, if you're gonna push the AI to do weird things, make it do all the weird things. Sounds good to me. I agree, 100%. Okay. Oops. Need to assemble this pizza. Yes. Always pizza's top priority. I agree. Increasingly better every couple of months. So in like 3 months, I'll ask it to refactor again. It'll definitely make some leaps. Probably. Yeah. We'll see. We'll see. I'm more of a skeptic when it comes to AI. Go easy peasy. Got sound index. Get size, get data, get tag, get volume. That all should be fine now. In theory. That's not a thing anymore. This is not really a thing now anymore. Even easier. Anything else we're missing here? I think so. Alright, try that. So helps if one spells words, right? Stircom. Okay, I guess we need C string in the header. What's just a moment. Okay. So I'm just trying to be helpful. One of the reasons I didn't start the stream until late is because I had this other thing I had to do. So he was like making sure that I knew it was one. I've already done it. So. Target equals embed waves. Embed them. Debug. See how far we get this time. Refactoring can be a calming sort of experience sometimes. It's like working manual labor. A lot of times I would just sort of let my mind drift. Enter into a sort of a timeless state. Refactoring can be like that a little bit. Okay. This obviously it's no longer how this works. So settings. We need a sound. Oh. We also need the sound warehouse. Yeah, we're already in the phase of guess that's it for that one. We're in the phase of changing over where we've called things by file name, and now changing over to looking them up by index. So that's sound warehouse 2. Okay. Now it's seen. Let's see here. We do have sound. Let's go and put sound warehouse in there. Let's see how far that gets us. Oops, we did a clean. Oh well. If we can get sound done in less than an hour, that would be glorious. If we could get the images shouldn't be too. Oh, that's the UV processing. Again, that might take another hour. This is me being a little bit ahead of myself. Probably the same thing about scene. And typos. This is kind of an update for me, I think. Okay. Game scene. "62" is kind of an odd place to put this error message. Very odd. Okay. What we're going to do is we're going to do this. We'll search for .lab, 5 characters, search backwards for the matching float, delete that, sound warehouse asset, and record it. Boom, 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 boom. There. Hopefully that just fixes the rest of the game scene. Sound warehouse. See how far we get now. Oh, guess it worked. Quick test to make sure that the sounds actually play. Source, fills, debug. What's there's a whoosh. This is way better. Now instead of having typos in strings that aren't caught until runtime, I know whether a sound is available or not at compile time. That is power to the people, my friends. This word. We do still have that bug I need to get around to. So ed is in and a is out. So b or y have to have the other word. Edim. There we go. That's a word I don't get to use very often. Okay, all the words are working. So guess we're done. That's an easy one. Journal. Shoot, am I going to run out of easy, mindless tasks to do today? Yeah, Sound Warehouse no longer has removed STD containers, added asset. Period. Done. Refactored sound to support. That's basically it. There really wasn't much to that. So git status, git add everything. All that looks correct. We had the one update in tools. The sound warehouse was updated. We updated the sound to support those changes. Setting scene, game scene, and about scene all had sounds. Then they journal. Yeah, easy. Nothing weird here. Commit sound warehouse no longer has STD unordered map. Added asset. Boom, done. Easy wins. Shader or image warehouse? I think shader. Let's do the shader. Embedding shaders should be simple. Should be easy. Let's go see. Tools, shader. Oh, embed shaders. Yeah, this just uses the common stuff. So I should be able to just pass in this list of files. And that's all. Build target equals embed shaders. cd tools bin /embed shaders. Things happened. Let's take a look at those things. Source shader warehouse .h. Okay, we have C-string. We have enumerations for each shader asset we want to reference. With an index, everything is referenced by asset. There's no order map. So it's shader warehouse. Let's take a look. Everything is by asset. Get index. Should work. That's it. I mean, it's all there. Okay, so let's run a compile, and everything that we've built that requires a shader will break. So I'd expect like button, color quad. No, I'd expect color quad batch, texture quad batch, and text all to break. But that's it. 5 places. 1, 2, 3, 4. Oh, the color quad and the color quad batch use the same one. So all you know, we need to change this. For Pete's sake. This was happening yesterday, but a rebuild would work. So I'm not sure what that's about. I've changed none of the orderings in which the imports happen. That's why that linker, I don't know. I don't like it. I had all this working at one point. What's going on? I am linking everything in the same order I have always linked it in. What is removing std unordered map from sound warehouse. Suddenly break this. I know what these mean. But we've already worked our way through this ages ago. We had the library link order specifically in this order. Glue, GLFW, then OpenGL. That's why these are linked first. What I have changed in the code should have zero effect on the linking order or anything that the linker touches. But it's all broken now. Why? Why? I didn't change any dependencies. GCC linker errors. The libraries have been working forever. Linking to static libraries. Okay, so what do we got here? We've got libfree type failing. We've got glue failing. Libfree type and glue. I know what the stack check fail is. You don't do it. You bring it and it sits there. You've done this before. Why do you want to go so bad? I'm not trying to be. I just honestly want to know. Glue. It's there. It's the first library linked. They're statically linking. The directories include directories. This order of the libraries has been very built. Can we put libs before objects, I guess? GLFW, this is blue. GL, yeah, everything's borked if we do it that way. Why is this not linking correctly anymore? Oh, I know why. Clean debug. Things are not being linked correctly because we're doing the build call directly without setting up the proper flags because I typed in build instead of debug. Oh my gosh. This is me with a fuzzy head. Streamer brain combined with migraine. Luckily, figured it out before too long, but yikes. That could have been a rabbit hole. Okay. Making progress. So there's 5 places we expect an error to pop up where we will fix it. What? How did that work when shader warehouse has changed? So let's go to colored quad. It's shader and shader store. Okay, so we need to go update shader store. Okay. Let me think about this. I would like to get rid of this map as well. So a shader. Shader store. So I need to load a vertex file fragment file and store the resulting shader in a way that I can retrieve later given this pair of files. Possibility 1. We only take the vertex Okay, I have some ideas. I don't necessarily like all of them. But basically, we don't want a shader to be loaded multiple times if somebody's already using it. So let's think smart but lazy, as my high school calculus teacher said. I think we can do this. Shader warehouse asset, vert asset, shader warehouse asset, drag asset, shader star shaders as a array of those. I think that's similar to what we did with font store. Well, that is const. Okay, let's refactor the rest of this. Shader store. Oh, now the shader store has to be initialized somewhere. I kind of don't like that. Font store. Has a cleanup. Oh, I actually don't like that. We want an init. So we need to make a couple changes here. Font store. Static. Void init and a cleanup. Shader store needs both as well. Here's cleanup. Store init. Int index equals 0. Actually, let's make another small change here. Static. Go back to font store. Static int count equals that thing. And this can just equal font count. I think it's a little bit cleaner. Font capacity probably more correctly. Okay, for each index in, index less than font capacity plus index. s underscore fonts, and the index equals a null constructor. Okay, and now font store has to be initialized by the application. Not fonts, sound store. We just want the shader store. Yep. We also need them initialized. Yeah, shader store. I don't make those changes. Static fonts in shader capacity equals this s, which I'm pretty sure is wrong. Syntax, but it's okay. Shader capacity. Right, all of that's going to be a mess. And it will clean up. Will look a lot like this. Oops, that's a failure. We want font store font capacity. Thank you. Store shader capacity. Shader, but no, okay. Phew, okay, now get. We're doing two things. Int vert index equals static cast to int of vert asset. Same thing with frag. Assert vert index plus 1 equals frag index. And if ndef and debug okay, so that makes sure that our vert and frag index are next to each other, and assert vert index modulus 2 equals 0. So vertex index is always even, and a fragment index is always increment from the vertex index. That should be, because we have the shader warehouse here, that should be true everywhere. Yep, vertex is even, yeah. Okay, I'm happy with that. We can assert those, make sure we don't do anything too stupid. Then, oh, we do want this vert index though. Regardless, if shader store shaders at vert index is not equal to null, or is equal to null, then we do this, sort of. Shader equals a new shader. Which we are going to have to pass through somewhere else. Okay, so vert asset, drag asset. Shader, shaders at vert index equals this. Let's simplify code a little bit. And then return shader store s underscore shaders at vert index. Boom, done. Stick a fork in it. I think we're good. That does mean, however, in shader, we are not going to be taking strings. We're going to take shader warehouses, assets. Vert asset. And a fragment asset. Everything else, I think, will be fine, except, here we go, shader warehouse, asset, vert asset, and frag asset. Okay. The uniform locations. I'm going to ignore those for now. I have an item in my list to get rid of this, but I don't think I want to tackle that today. So this might stay a little longer than I want. Uniforms. Yeah. Remove cache locations an ordered map to use index lookup instead. Okay, so that one's just gonna have to stay. This one we're gonna leave alone. That's outside of the scope of our current efforts here. Okay. Oh, font. No, not font. Shader warehouse asset. Vert asset. Shader warehouse asset. Fragment asset. We do not have to assert anything. We don't have to string copy anything. What we do need to keep is m underscore vert asset equals vert asset. Same for frag. Those go away. Now we just get them by asset. Perfect. That's Good simplification. Assert those are not null. Do things with those. Shader warehouse get key of asset. Yeah, uniform location stuff. We will want to thoroughly fix that someday. Shader code, shader type. Oh. This looks reasonable, I think. Read file. I don't think this is ever called anywhere. Shader.hpp. Don't think it is. Alright, we're gonna full clean and debug here. Shader.h. Always good to remove dead code. So shaders, store shaders, they're all a little bit busted. Huh. Okay, let's get started. I cannot type the word include to save my life. I blame. That's going to just cause all the issues, isn't it? I think it goes like that. I think. Okay, what's it complaining about? Maybe it should actually be the error message. Okay. Shaders is not a member of shader. That makes sense, actually. Okay, line 16. And finish the expansion. Alright, texture quad batch, color quad batch text. Yeah, easy peasy. Easy fix. Text quad dot h. Where we get our shader. Let's get the shader warehouse. Then just get shader warehouse asset. There. Shader warehouse asset. Texture F. That should just fix it. Text quad batch, same song and dance. Text quad batch. Where we get our shader store, we get warehouse. Shader warehouse asset. Shader warehouse asset of this thing. That's basically it. Next thing, color quad. Other quad dot h. Shader warehouse asset. Shader warehouse asset. We're just cranking through this. Good stuff. Color quad batch dot header. Shader store, shader warehouse. And finally, text. Shader store, shader warehouse. Oh, well, this doesn't follow the usual pattern of everything else. Other quad dot CPP. Okay, I could believe that. We could really do this, except text vert text red. Yeah, this is what it should be. And we're doing it the other way. Alright, now full clean and rebuild. See how we're doing. Low effort Z's. I'm here to distract you today. Can I show you a game on Guile's team? It was done by the Hoot people. Yes, today is a good day for distractions. I've got a go help a friend here in about in about 30 minutes, so distractions are good. Let me just get this last thing to compile and we will follow your link. Low effort Z's, or I'll check your link, then if it's appropriate, I'll share it. I know some of these games people play these days, nothing like chess that I grew up with, or the royal game of Ur. I'm that old. Okay, let's see here. Is that actually compiled? Are there warnings? Did I miss a warning or something? I know those ones. Amazing, no warnings. Alright, here we go. Source. Builds, debug. Everything blows up. Perfect. So we do have an issue. Yeah, I have a friend. I gotta go help him at 3, so I'm gonna bomb off here in about half an hour. See if I can give him a quick hand, then I'll be back for work. Texture store get. I haven't broken the texture store though, because we haven't touched that yet. breaking deep inside somebody else's hash function, which honestly looks like a nightmare of horrible C++ nightmare. I haven't touched this file. How can this in the texture store be affected by what I did? Button, action sequence, a text edit containing a button which contains something to do with a texture store. Honestly, this is not where I thought it would break. I have not touched texture loading. That's one of the last ones we were going to do. So close. Okay, let's see. I'm plugging with that. So last night I had a migraine, head's fuzzy, not able to focus well, already made a couple of really stupid mistakes, like running the build with the wrong flag. So, I'm an owl stuck in a secret ethereal lab. Okay, this doesn't look inappropriate. We'll go ahead and share. If I can do this without OBS and my browser fighting over if we go to browser, there's browser. What this white box is? What's this white box? You guys seeing the white box? You're seeing the white box. Why are you in the white box here? Or let's just hide it for now. Okay. Okay. An owl stuck in a secret ethereal lab filled with strange circuitry. Solve devious puzzles to ascend the stairs and reach the top floor. Okay. Gameplay combines Sokoban block pushing with the wire world cellular automata. Solving the puzzles requires precise movement. Unfortunately for you, this owl can travel back in time. Okay. Try to collect the gem in each level. Arrow keys move, Z, undo. Okay. I don't do. All right, let's try this out. Let's take this for a test drive. And the claim is this was all guile. Okay. Welcome back. That sounds like a pretty good pizza going on there. Yes, a good pizza is worth the wait. All right, so low effort Z's sent a game built in Guile. We're going to take it for a small test drive. I am the snowman. I am the, let's see here. Arrows. Okay, so we get the thing. That's probably very small on your screen. Let's make it a little bigger if we can. There. Maybe that's more readable. Okay. So I see there are different symbols on the floor. I'm guessing the screen wraps and my browser is not playing nice. Okay. This is not a wall I can pass through. There's a video camera here and a picture on the wall. Nothing I can interact with there. I don't like this browser scrolling automatically for me. Okay, okay. How do I get the gem? Yeah, my browser's gonna drive me nuts. If the game has mouse focus, or keyboard focus, well, I don't know how to get that gem.
Hear me out. There is now a rule.
Oh, I could have pushed blocks. I see. The brown ones are pushable if you get one of them. So we want to undo. Back to here. Here? Oh, okay. So we must push that there. Okay, that all makes sense. Can't push more than one block. That is a red button. So maybe I needed to use this to push the red button. Oh, no, I wanted to do this one. There we go. Okay, okay. I'm learning the rules. Okay, that guy moves every turn. Oh, I can't run into him. Okay, so I cannot block the fireballs. Then we just have to time it, and we're out. Okay, all right. That's pretty cute. That's a cute little game. Some good puzzles so far. Sprightly Institute. Guile Hoot. Scheme to WebAssembly compiler. Goblins. Ooh, okay, okay. Hey, that is pretty cool. Pretty cool. Awesome. Okay, so let me catch back up. Cooling down to move it to prep everything. Yes, it sounds like a great pizza. They need some shims to interact with the DOM, but otherwise it's on Guile, right? Running on WASM. You know, I keep thinking I need to get my compiler to a state far enough along where I can start outputting assembly, but then I'm not sure if I want what assembly language I want to target. WASM is an option, but then there's also NASM and FASM and WASM, and I use Onto Replica for Windows. I think needed specific spots. Zoom in with these. Okay. Yeah, I probably could figure out how to disable that scrolling action. You can download the game, then I wouldn't be playing it in the browser. That might actually have been the best option. Yeah, push the boxes. Yep, yep. Still, pretty cool. On top replica. Okay. GitHub. Okay, well, on top replica. I will take a look. It's bookmarked for later investigation. I just don't want to fill my machine up with too many tools and forget what they all are and what they do. But I can find that. Close visualization. Yeah, okay. Okay. Awesome. No, that's actually pretty cool. Thanks for sharing. That's a very cute little game. Very nice. Now it's going to break up my day here. Let's see. I think my alarm's going to go off here in about 5 minutes. No, 20 minutes. 20 minutes. So we need to figure out this linking error in 20 minutes. Yeah, scheme guile. The goblins. Yeah, that might be worthy of some follow-up reading on my part. I don't believe this error. Full, clean, and debug. I'll try to take part in the next Lisp jam if the timing is right. Well, yeah, I'm just not sure how I feel about Lisp overall. Like, there's definitely a cool language there, definitely some cool features, definitely they were groundbreaking on so many fronts. But I don't think my brain works that way. It's the tools provided don't map well to all problems. I know you can build your own layers in between to get those, but I do keep meaning to get back and do some Lisp of some sort, Lisp or scheme. I just haven't. There's always something else to do. It's up and fails. Inside of a hash node failing. But if we get the backtrace, button corners. Action sequence button corners. Let's go take a look at button. And what does this have to do anything with an action sequence? How is creating a button interacting with any action sequence at all? At the texture store. I'm looking at button corners in the texture store. I agree with that. See, right here. Great. Pick that up. I agree to this point. We're going to the texture store asking for button corners. But what does that have to do with an action sequence? Button corners. What does texture store do, I guess? This is bizarre. Well, why would this be breaking on me now? Yes, I know. I haven't got around to cleaning this one up yet. Hmm. No, it's not an ordered map. Extra dictionary.
Yeah.
How would I get a sed fault here? Notice this puzzles me more than anything. I don't think this is even called in this scene. Main menu scene. It's not even a thing in here at all. Main menu scene. This makes no sense at all. What is this code trying to do? This is nowhere in the scene. It's nowhere in the button. I guarantee you that. Key. Button corners. We're in the button constructor. Text. Play. This is the play button, which is the first one, the top one, the first one we added the scene. At button 42. Main menu 17. That's not even the play button. That's a different button. The main menu says it's loading this button, which isn't a button. Oh gosh. On line 17. That's a lie. Button. Play. Button 42. Which at least corresponds to trying to load the button corners. This makes no sense. This is lying to me at least 3 different ways. Maybe 2. Maybe I could concede 2. There's one thing I use AI for, programming wise, that's 100% trust that I can do very well. That is documentation and comments. It can't be worse than documentation and comments added by my coworkers. I'll throw an entire CPP header file right into an AI with no context, and it just knows. Yeah, I could argue the same about a lot of people. Like, if the code is even reasonably well written, people will understand the code without the need for a lot of comments. But I know there's like coding standards and things, and on larger projects you can't get away with that as much. So yeah, maybe there's some value in AI. I just never needed. I never thought of doing it for commenting my code. Everything after this point is completely out of my control. And it's blowing up. But these 3 frames in my backtrace don't make any sense. At all. This is not for a button. This line is for a piece of text. Where even is there a text edit in main menu? There isn't one. So what is this type info? This type info is garbage. This button is not inside of a text edit object. This is not part of the call stack. So where did this come from? And where is this? How am I supposed to debug something when my stack trace doesn't even tell me what's going on? I can believe the play button, I can believe it's button corners, but this type info is garbage. And the lines. Line numbering is also garbage. See, this is why I don't want to use STB headers. This doesn't make any sense. This is useless garbage. I should have removed. I should have never put STB containers in the first place. I would like, let's go back to journal. I would like to test the shader warehouse before I jump straight into image warehouse and refactoring all of that. But for some reason, fixing the shader warehouse, which should be working, I can't test it because image warehouse is broken, even though I haven't touched image warehouse. Quit. Git status. I have not touched the texture shader, or the texture warehouse, or the image warehouse, or the texture store. None of that. This makes me sad. Pretty sad. I've got 5 more minutes before my alarm goes off. So what do I want to do about this? when one's compiler lies to oneself. Alright, well, why don't we set a breakpoint in texture store get. Texture store get. Okay, line 13 or line 7. Seven or 13. Run it. All right, we hit a breakpoint. So we're loading it by name, print key, button corners. Next. Next, print texture. So adding a texture to my standard library hash. That's what breaks it. And why? Print s_texture dictionary. Of course, it's out of scope now. Done. I want to break point here, line 15. Run. Print. That's a break on line 13. Thank you. Still, print key, button corners. It's not in there. So it goes to the next line. Print texture, which is a real thing. Unordered map with 0 elements. Cannot access memory at address. Bad food. But I haven't put anything in the dictionary. Bad food. It sounds like one of those deliberate things. Access violations. mmap was never going to try to delete all default constructors. Move copy empty constructors on purpose. Oh, unbelievable. Not helpful. Static unordered map.
Is the
Good heavens. can I something is corrupting my stack and blowing away my unordered map before it ever gets written to. Why? I actually legitimately hate this. Stupid standard libraries. Okay, well, I gotta go get my friend. I gotta go help him. So I'm gonna take off for now. I'll be back on as soon as we're done. Maybe, I don't know, half hour, 45 minutes. So until then, enjoy your pizza. It sounds delicious. And I'll be back. I'll get back on here. So cheerio. See you later. Bye.